Hello everybody, Coach here. Another episode in the series of Shiba Ride. It was a pretty dramatic ride this last, let's say 12, 14, 18 hours. Kind of came down through the day yesterday, settled somewhere around 6,800 toward the evening and such, and kind of on the lower side that it's been for quite a while. Still, I'm well in advance, and most of you guys that jumped in on the earlier side are too. But it was, it was lower than it's closed in a while, let's say a week or so. And last night, as I expected, around 1 o'clock, it just took off, rocketed up to 7,300, and immediately shot back down and has been closing even lower. It's at the 6,300 range, and I bought a few more shares myself at that 6,300. I also decided to make a strategic move here. I've seen a pattern with Shiba, and now that it's kind of settled down a little for the excited investors that are throwing millions in and trying to jump on the next horse, they're not seeing this as being it. And so that's the reason it's kind of settled down. But it still does have the guys that are using it to jump in, jump out, and make some daily money. And so what I've decided to do is I've taken my money out of the vault, and that's a place where you can store your shares, not my money, but it's where you can store your shares, and it kind of takes them out of circulation. It adds some value and some stability to the price of the stock, but it also allows companies to stake that, to loan it out to other people so that they can invest more. These stakings are going on with a lot of the different companies, different stocks that are available. It's not all of them. I don't think Shiba stakes. So I hadn't looked into it, and I haven't done that with another company, but I know like Ethereum and Bitcoin, they do. So it's a way to use their money to make more money, and it's usually about an 8%, and you end up paying that monthly, if I'm not mistaken. So it's, if you're making 10 or 12% a week, then it's well worth it. But with Shiba, it's been easy to do that over the last few months. Made 5-10 times what's been put into it over the last few months if you jumped in early enough. So I'm going to go back in and take a look at the office, see where we are right now. Last time I checked, it was 6405. And I'm sure it's hovering right around 6,400 today. But my idea here is that now that once everything gets moved out of the vault, which normally takes a couple of days, is to time that high at 1 a.m. and try to sell all the shares at that time and look for the immediate low after that, or possibly look for it around mid-morning to noontime. Seems like mid-morning to noontime is when the shares start bottoming out again. I've seen the morning stock price kind of go up a little each day, but the last few days it's kind of stayed steady. It hasn't really dropped more, hasn't really raised at all. So that being considered, I'm just going to be looking at that mid-morning as a possible low if it doesn't happen immediately after the sell at the big high. So we'll see how this works. I'm not a day trader per se. I'm not trying to be a day trader per se, but I am seeing some stagnation here, and more importantly, I'm seeing a pattern that's hitting again and again and again. And the reason for the 1 a.m. price increase is the Asian market. This Asian market, probably starting with Japan and then trickling into China immediately after, is a 1 a.m., 3 a.m. market. I imagine that's the morning for them when they start their work day, and when they're seeing the stock price and deciding to jump in, and when the day trade millionaire is deciding to go ahead, hey, let's throw our a couple million at it, watch it go up 8 to 10%, and take our $200,000 gain and jump back out. I'd do it if I had that many zeros, and I'm at the point now where I'm going to go ahead and pretty much try. See if I can increase it that way. But if all works well, I should be cashing out somewhere around the $11,000 range, definitely in the 10,000s, and selling at that point. And in my idea is that the equivalency even the buy-in will be about the $8,400 range. But of course, I want to buy in full, 10, 11,000. That's the idea, is to use that money, leverage it again. Too bad we can't short it. If we could short it, I'd even try to make money on the down side as well. I'm thinking when I sell as the up, instead of selling all as one dump, I'll probably sell half of it and see if there's an immediate change up or down. And if it changes up, then I'll go ahead and hold on just a little longer, see if I can get it up even higher before I sell the other half. And of course, if it looks like it's going to go ahead and drop some more, I'll sell the rest right away. But that's my plan, is to do a two-part sell, either quick 2 or 1, then wait a little while, then the other. So, well, I hope I've given you some insight today on the Shiba Ride, and I'm not suggesting that you make these changes. A hold and keep is still a great idea with Shiba, and I'm not convinced that what I'm doing is even the right thing, but I'm going to give it a shot just because I'm seeing some final stagnation in a little pattern. So we'll see how it works out. I'll definitely report in and let you know. If all goes well, my expectation is to make about 780 to 850 the first day I do it. And if I do this each and every day, then I might increase that pretty quickly to 1,000 profit and just keep going from there after the next week. So we'll see if it all works out as I hoped it does. I'm sure you're with me. But as we build the Shiba Army, definitely let's see if we can get on board and push this thing to a penny, whether it's a buy and keep or sell and buy. But one way or the other, I think this is going to go the whole way, and so I'm not leaving it alone, that's for sure. This is Coach out. Take care. Bye.